What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a vintage collection market update. There were a number of really nice items that sold here over the last few days. Everything from ungraded to some graded. I even found a few loose graded figures that I believe are legacy collection, and I wanted to tie that back into the video that just came out recently about the legacy collection. But I thought there were some really cool ones that were worth talking about. I even found a Black Series prototype that I wanted to talk about. But before I begin, a couple of things. First, I hit 3,000 subscribers for the channel, which is crazy to me. I can't believe that there are 3,000 of you out there that are subscribed to my channel, and a very significant majority of you guys watch my videos. And I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to the YouTubers out there that have helped me along the way. They know who they are. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway tomorrow for a vintage Lily Letty made in Mexico low grade. It's graded CAS 75 plus, and I'm going to give that away on the channel tomorrow in a vintage Kenner market update. So be on the lookout for that. All you got to do is be a subscriber, like the video, and comment like usual. So that will be a giveaway tomorrow. And again, thank you to everyone who watches my channel. I just do this for fun. I'm not trying to become internet famous or anything. I'm not expecting the channel to be as big as it is now. So it's pretty awesome, and I want to say thanks. Let's dig into a number of awesome items here. This seller, the Grabbler, had had some pretty awesome TVC 1.0 figures that were that sold this past weekend at auction. The first one is VC12 Darth Sidious. This is the foil Ultimate Galactic Hunt. It had a little bit of wear up there around the hang tab, as you can see, but otherwise a beautiful item. This was the US card with the free Boba Fett offer. That was sold for $101 plus shipping on 6 bids, and that was a pretty fantastic item. Just light edge wear on there. He had so many that I wanted to bid on, but I held myself back somehow. This was VC13 Anakin Skywalker. So this one had the Anakin Skywalker name pill. We just talked about in a recent market update the Darth Vader name pill and how that one goes for big money. This one was punched, but in pretty excellent condition. Just very, very minor kind of dings and things like that. But that one sold for $122.50. So pretty good deal there. Pretty good deal overall for I'd say like an 85 plus condition. This is one that I wanted to bid on pretty bad, but I didn't do it. This one was VC17 Grievous, and it did have kind of like a little ding there on the left-hand side of the card. Some edge wear down there at the bottom. I think that's why half the time I put these on my watch list and I say, "Oh, I'm gonna bid on this. I'm gonna bid on this." And then I forget about it. Or I start really digging into the photos and I say, yeah, I don't think so. So that's probably what I did there. I probably saw this edge where I was like, you know what, be patient. And I've spent enough money here lately. So anyway, VC17 unpunched, really nice though. That's probably like an 85, I'd say. That one sold for $117.50. I think that's pretty fair given the edge wear there. I'd say in super, super clean, unpunched condition, I'd go to 200 personally for one of these, but given that it did have a pretty significant ding there in that upper left-hand corner, I think that was a very fair price, $117. Here's another really nice one. This was VC38, the Clone Trooper, 212th Battalion, unpunched, beautiful card back. I love that card back, and just some very minor edge wear there at the bottom, probably like an 85 or 85 plus. $98. That's a good deal for that one, in my opinion. You guys know, if you watch my channel, you know that this is one on my want list. This is Commander Gree, and man, I really like this one a lot. I think I was looking at this one and then the General Grievous, and I just, I got sidetracked. I didn't bid on. This is one I probably should have bid on, though. This was pretty nice. It had some very minor dings on the bottom. I could have lived with those. $113 for that. That was a pretty good deal. You can see the minor crease there. But if you guys follow me on Instagram, or if you see me in Rogue 5 Toys, you know that I just picked up a couple of vintage Kenner mint on cards. I got a Bosk and a Lando 41 back A's from Rogue 5 Toys on Facebook. So the coffers are a little empty right now at the Action Figure Graders household. So I gotta got to hold off for a while. But anyway, this is another beautiful one. This was VC44 Luke Dagobah Landing. This is, I mean, just another nice one. This is the dark blue saber. And as we talked about in past videos, there is a light blue saber as well. So this is one I've already got, so I didn't need it. But that sold for $150. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think we've seen that one sell. I think I've seen as high as almost $200 for this ungraded. But it did have very, very slight. It looked like a spider vein there on the bottom near the blister. Kudos to the seller for some really good photos, though. Really nice photos. He had some beautiful TVC 1.0, though. Here's another one, the Clone Trooper VC45. That was a pretty good deal. That one sold for $44.99. You can see there it had like some sticker residue or something going on there. Yeah, so that's why it sold so cheap, is that it had handwriting on there for someone had, you know, sold it at like a, you know, yard sale or something like that. So that's a shame. So that's why that one sold so cheap. Also had a little crease down there at the bottom. But anyway, a couple of data points. Now, Jocasta New, the Brian Toys exclusive. This is one that we haven't talked about in a few videos. But man, has that jumped up. That has really, really gone up in price. $265 on 11 bids was the final sales price on that one. The outer box had quite a bit of wear on it. Not quite a bit, but a fair amount of wear that you can see that in the lower left-hand corner. But, you know, the interior, you can see some ripping there on the bottom. But, you know, the interior actual card back is in pretty clean condition, a very clean condition. You know, it's never been taken out. So still, $265, that's a big number. That's kind of the new going rate. I've seen that one very consistently sell kind of $225, $240, and now $265. And I hadn't seen one sell in a while, so there might have been some pent-up demand from TVC collectors who have been looking for that one. So another Ahsoka Tano sold. This sold right in line with market. This one sold for $360 on 15 bids. Also the Grabbler, but it had one little kind of indentation down there in the lower right. And the back of the card looked pretty clean, though, unpunched. I think that was a pretty fair deal, $360 plus $10 shipping. That's kind of right in line with kind of the new normal for Ahsoka since she's been announced for reissue. And now I want to dig into some graded TVC. There were a number of graded vintage collection that sold this weekend. And this was VC 000, the Sail Barge exclusive Yak Face Power of the Force mint on card, and that one was graded by CAS 90, 90, 95 for an overall 90. Beautiful item there. It's hard to say based on the photos whether this had the same kind of packaging issues or production issues, I should say, that a number of these VC 000s have. I've talking to collectors that know more than me. They've all said that almost all of them have that damage on the front of the card back from where it was just manufactured wrong. But it's hard to say based on these photos. So it's one of those situations where you'd probably have to ask the seller for better detail. But $356 was the final sales price on that one. 18 bids plus $16 shipping. I mean, to me, that's probably, whether this had the card damage on the front or not, I think that's a pretty fair price for a CAS 90 grade VC 000. This one has since been relisted, but I wanted to show what this sold for at auction. This one sold 2 days ago at auction, a CAS 90 grade Target exclusive Empire Strikes Back Vintage Collection Tauntaun. It was graded 90 by CAS, but it has since been relisted, so apparently the winning buyer did not actually end up paying. But anyway, 208. Oh, it had a reserve. I'm sorry, I take it back. This one had a reserve of $208. Well, the winning bid, I can't talk right now, guys. I haven't had my coffee this morning, but the winning bid was $208, but it did not meet the reserve. He has since relisted it for $250. So for those of you out there who want this Target exclusive Tauntaun CAS 90 grade, that's a pretty good price in my mind for a graded Tauntaun. But you know, you got to remember there's another $21 shipping, so $250 plus $21 shipping plus whatever your applicable state sales tax are. That can add up pretty quick, but that's a very nice example of a graded Tauntaun. Not an item you see graded very often. But anyway, the reserve wasn't met, but that tells you what the market's willing to pay. But if you still want it, then it's out there. It's been relisted. This is one that did sell. This was his rocket-firing Boba Fett CAS 90 grade, and it was graded with the mailer inside. So here's what it looked like. That's That's a big monster of a box. I did this exact same thing with the prototype Fett, which I'll show you in a second. That one sold for even more money, which was surprising. But this one was graded 90, 85, 95 were the subgrades on this one. But a really nice example. And it only sold for $294, which I thought was a pretty darn good price. That included $25 shipping, which it would cost every bit of $25 to ship that monstrosity. But that was the winning price. Now, the interesting thing is he also had this, which was the prototype Boba Fett graded with the mailer box. And it was only graded 85 plus, or 80 plus, excuse me. And that one sold for more. That one sold for more than the rocket firing Fett, which was graded 90. So I don't know what was going on there, but that one was 80 plus was the subgrades on that one. 90, 80, 90. And that one sold for $320 plus another $24 shipping versus 90, CAS 90 for the rocket firing Fett. The rocket firing Fett historically has always been a more expensive item than the prototype Fett. So I was confused by that final sales price, but that was what people were willing to pay. This is the one I have. I've got this one graded 85 plus. The title of his auction said 85 plus, but it was really an 80 plus. So, but it didn't stop the bidders. Here was a Grand Moff Tarkin. We all know about Tarkin. This one is actually, I thought, a pretty good deal for an AFA 8.5 on the modern scale. You can see the grade label here. But Tarkin has typically been, even ungraded, kind of 200 to 250 lately. And to get a graded AFA 8.5, I thought that was a great deal. 203.71 was the final sales price on 35 bids plus $11 shipping. So pretty good deal, whoever got that unpunched Grand Moff Tarkin. Really, really good deal there. Here was another one that sold. This was a 9.25 grade 501st Clone Trooper. It did have the clear view labeling up top, which maybe that holds back bidders, maybe not. But folks, I'm getting ready to show you a Jango Fett from this same seller that also sold at auction that really just blew my mind in terms of a final sales price. But $281 plus another $24 shipping is what took this one home for a 9.25 grade Clone Trooper 501st Legion with the Darth Maul offer. That was a beautiful item, though. And obviously we know that one's getting reissued here soon. But look at this Jango Fett. Same seller. This was graded 9.0. It wasn't even uncirculated, but a 9.0 Jango Fett VC34 sold for $854. That is just crazy. Plus $24 shipping, so $875. And that's before the applicable sales tax. That would put me well into the 900s, $950 for me to buy that. That is mind-blowing. I could not believe that sales price. That was just crazy. This is not like the Canadian version or the Euro version, which are produced in much lower numbers or distributed in much less numbers than the U.S. version. This is a standard U.S. card, and it sold for $854 plus shipping plus taxes. That is just a crazy number. I don't know what happened there, but I mean, you can buy a beautiful example of Jango Fett ungraded for, we've seen it very regularly sell for $200 to $250. So I don't know what happened there, but that number is just crazy to me. This seller also had the Revenge of the Jedi Boba Fett, and it's got the Revenge logo there. It was graded 85, 85, 85, 90 on the standard of the 3-point scale. It was punched, and it did have the paperwork in there. No offer sticker on there, which I don't know if this one came with it or not, but anyway, that Boba Fett sold for $200, one bid, plus $24 shipping. Now, I wanted to just point out these are not vintage collection, but, we just talked about the legacy collection and some of those cool items. That seller who had a number of really nice vintage collection items, he did have this one as well. This one was a loose graded Jango Solo from the legacy collection. It was graded 90, Expanded Universe Legacy Collection from 2009. That one sold for $86 on 24 bids plus $16 shipping. So let's call it about a little over $100 for that loose graded Jango Solo. We've talked about her in past videos, how mint on card she goes for, $200. So that was an interesting sale. And then the same seller also had this one, a loose graded Jason Solo CAS 90. You can see the photos there, kind of a wacky item there, but loose graded 90. That one sold for $122.50 plus another $16 shipping. And then he also had this one. This was a Legacy Collection Entertainment Earth exclusive loose graded comic 2-pack Darth Nile. 95. I think it was a comic pack. It may not have been. It might have been like a one of those box sets that Entertainment Earth had. There were so many different box sets and things like that. But this was the Legacy Collection Entertainment Earth exclusive Darth Nile, and that is an awesome character. What an awesome character mold. That one sold for $119 plus $16 shipping. So just kind of weird one-off type of loose graded items that you just don't see. You don't see modern loose graded very often, and people, past subscribers have asked me about those in the past, so I just thought I'd throw those out there. Finally, I wanted to point this one out. This one was so awesome. I wanted to bid on this so bad, and it was a subscriber who won that, so I was happy to see a subscriber win this. But this was based in Hong Kong, or excuse me, in China, and in Hong Kong, China, and this was a Black Series first shot prototype of Kanan Jarrus. I wanted this so bad. I wanted to buy this one really bad. It would have been a really cool item to have. And you can see it had the translucent kind of plastic used for the arm. It had some engineering markings on the chest there. It also included a prototype first shot unpainted weapon. So it was complete. Well, maybe not complete because it didn't have the saber, but it did have the pistol. But what an awesome first shot prototype. Really cool. That one sold for $177 with free shipping on 21 bids. I wanted that one so bad, but that was just a really cool first shot prototype. And to the subscriber who won that, let me know if that arrived safe and sound, because this is a seller that has a number of first shot prototype Black Series figures. I've wanted to bid on his items in the past, but I just never have. But so let me know if you don't mind. Send me a message or email and let me know if that actually makes it to you, because I would love to get one of these from him at some point. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, thank you to everyone who allowed me to get to 3,000 subscribers. Hopefully we'll continue on here, but we'll do a graded low gray, Lily Letty low gray giveaway tomorrow in tomorrow's video. And to my Patreon supporters and all my channel viewers, thanks so much, and we'll be back soon.